and welcome back to Oakley Hour and day 8 of our Rokr Dream Gift Factory. And this is where we are. This is the front. So we will be doing more to this today. So before I do any testing or anything, let's get straight on with that. So we are carrying on. Just noticed a mark on there. Okay. On the base it was. So let's start with this. This is all to do with the top of the tree that I struggled so belovedly with yesterday. So we are starting with A34, not that one, this one. And we will be dealing with the lights which came up by the tree as well today. So first things first, we have a D17, and let's see, that was 17. I think they're all the same. Oh no, here's the others. Okay, so you want to, it has the arrows on here, so you want to keep it this way, and you want this piece with, it doesn't say which side facing, but it does show this little bit, so the long one going in and coming out the bottom with this on the towards the edge here. So it's a very loose fit, and so one in there. I picked up the wrong one, haven't I? Yes. So D17, just check that again. So this one goes in here. Not quite such a loose fit now. Now it's the right piece. And one in here, again, pointed to the outside, no decoration on either. So it looks something like so. And last one over here, and goes in the other last big one there. And then we have a D18, which I believe will be these. And these go in here with the, again, it doesn't show which way the colour goes, but these edges do have to go towards the outside, so D18 goes in here like so. Then G5, which is this one. Now you want to make sure that the arrows on here match the arrows on here, so that's the most important point from what I can gather, and then just line up everything and push through, which is quite a lot going on. I mean, you've got 5 pieces to juggle here. Okay, so now if I push, it should all go in fine. Oops, except for that one. I decided to come back out like so. Bear with me, let me get my Juliet. There she is. Just had a busy morning. Busy morning of being her. And that's what we end up looking at like. So as long as you've got your arrows in the right place, which I should have, can't even see them anymore. Oh, there they are. There's one. And the bottom one. Right, okay. So that's how that looks. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we have? Why is it pointing to this one? What's important about that? So that's my arrows. This one, it's doing its thing, mate. What am I meant to be looking at? You don't know. And then A40, which is this one, goes on this one up here. Goes like so. Does it really? It does look like it does, and that's held in with, and the same with the one on the other side, which is 37. So like this. So just, from what I can gather, just pokes in here. Well, if it's the bottom one, it's got nowhere. Yes, it does. So it pokes in. place kind of just rest really. Okay, then you put the big one on, which I'm guessing will then hold it in place. It's going to catch that one, this one here, and then this one. So you just want to make sure the other one's on the inside, so the little piece is on the inside, and then this one will hold it in place. Very loose fitting. I'm assuming that's meant to be that way. Don't know what this is meant to be doing. I wonder if I've missed a piece. It's looking like I might have, because I don't think that's what I'm meant to be having. Let me go and see. Anyway, either way, this will go on here, so let's get that done. So with the space going towards here, pop this over your wire out the way, and you're going to be putting these tabs into these three, I believe. Just this one to go. It doesn't go all the way down, then it gives you the impression that it should, so well, never mind, I think we have to do the other piece beforehand. But that is where it will be going, I believe. Right, you can go grab this D25. Okay, which is a pretty boring piece. Let me not lose this though, I don't know what it is. D26, it was close. Okay, so this very boring looking star goes in the top here. Then we put this piece in with the longer tabs going where I was trying to put them, so that was something. Oh, 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 don't fall apart. And it is the inner circles. I'll come back and put that other piece in a second. It would almost be easier to have built it on the platform. Top off. I'm going to build it as we go, I think. Let's get that piece before the dog has it. In. Just trying to go in there. see, it's had a little break. Okay. Alright then. Let's get this out again and let me deal with that. So I just add a little bit of wood glue. This one got a little upset with me. And then you got that one to go in as well, which fits in fine. Just this one that's really the issue. Just make sure that your wire is free, basically. Right, let's put in all these little bits again. So first things first. This one to here, like so. This one to this one. Like so. And this one. All in that they are incredibly loose. And then see where those arrows are, which are this way. And these should fit quite easily because they've been in once before, she says. And those are very, very loose. Let's just pull it off again. Makes you think you've done something wrong when it's just not wanting to behave. These two are all in, just this little one again. And it's the same one that gave me hassle going on the base. Facing the right way. How difficult can it be? Alright, bear with me, let me get this on. Okay, they're all on. Let's pop this one back in again. Don't like how loose this is. I feel like it should definitely be tighter. But it is not. A bit like a jigsaw puzzle, really. I mean, I'm guessing it will firm up as we go down and sort it out. Okay, so next we are going to deal with that wire. So for this, it's going to go through, let's see, through all of these little sockets. So remember the slots which went towards the bottom, they're going to go through there, that one, down here, this one, all the way around. So, and you want to have bulbs. Doesn't, I mean, it does show where bulbs are, but it's, I don't think, too bad really if it's not quite there. And then you get them in, all of them. Come on, here you go, like so, and then it goes up this one here and down this one. Like so, and then that last bulb, it wants it through, and going off it says bend and pull. It's always a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it, really? Bend and pull. Not sure where it's going other than bend and pull. So that's all quite tight where it was meant to go. Okay, that's done. Bend and pull when to prevent it interfering with the conveyor belt. Okay, I'll stick out there then. Don't know what else to do with it really. Unless you're meant to wrap it around more than once. Have a look in a sec. Okay, so then we are dealing with the conveyor belt. So now one of these parts did break when I took it out the form, and it may or may not be mended. It kind of is. So what we are going to do initially is put these three in here. So they were all the same, so I'm going to put my broken one kind of maybe here and in the plastic, and there is a slot for them all. It's not going to survive, is it? Now there is a spare of this. Unfortunately my spare also broke, and then this one broke again when I was sanding it. Okay, alright, I think we're okay. I don't think it needs re-gluing. So go careful with these pieces. Like I say, there is a spare, but both of mine broke. And there is an area that it's meant to be going on. And then lastly, in you go, mate. Come on. Middle one went in the easiest, I will say. Going easier if I lined it up better. Okay, and then, okay, so we have something to do with the bulb going on here too. Well, okay. Oh, so you want the bulb going in here, at the end here, I believe. Something like that. And then put this on, see if that's the right way round. I believe it is. And then where does this go? Okay, so there's some skinny slots on here. They go in there, and the big slots go down to the bottom down here. So just make sure your bulb's inside it, basically. We'll go that side, make sure that this side's reasonably lined up. Okay. So it's about not interfering with the conveyor belt, but then it shoves it right on in there, doesn't it? Maybe, let's take you out again, mate. It wasn't in very well anyway. So I'm going to have it I'm going to bend it a little bit, pointed upwards, so although it's going to go in that hole, it will be pointing to the top part of it, so it doesn't interfere with the toys going round. That's what I think it's getting at. Just get it in. It's kind of quite close quarters here. Okay, and my bulb's still in there, but it's just pointing more upwards. You can just about see it in there, so that shouldn't interfere. Oh, hold on. Right, it's talking to me about the bulb. Well, what's it saying? Fasten the wire lamp to the glass cover with a screwdriver. I am. fasten the wire lamp. Okay, basically it should have had 2 centimetres over. I don't think I had 2. Well, I probably did. And then it says you should have 2 centimetres over, and you can wrap it if there's more than that. But basically you want 2 centimetres, which mine was. And then it wants it to go to the top, which mine does. Then it says secure with wire lamp to the glass cover with a screwdriver. Oh, I see. So what they're saying is you can put a screwdriver through here, like here, to push it upwards, to secure it upwards so it doesn't interfere, basically. But if you bent it before it went in, it should be okay. Mine could do with going a little bit more up, I guess. So off you come. Okay, you can come out now. Doesn't want to. It says, no, you got me in here. No, I don't want to be released. So I'm going to really push very hard for this to go upwards. I wonder if one could put double tape on it, maybe. And I think I will wrap it around one more time, so it's like this. Basically you want it touching the roof of this part rather than... Oh, that doesn't overly work, does it? Okay, I'm going to put it through again. So I just have a tiny bit over. I think that would be a bit better. Have a little bit over. So mine's less than 2 centimetres now, and they do say 2 centimetres, so. But all you want really is, you just don't want it interfering with those toys going upwards. And this way mine just is in. Okay, let's get you back in there. We will get this step finished today, I am determined. Sorry, Star. These pieces really want to come out, you know. This middle thing that's going on. It's incredibly loose. Let's just check this side. Okay, it looks to be all in. I'm happier. I mean, I don't have much of my bulb showing in here, like hardly any really. But I think that will be okay. But I think just to make sure, I will test it. Because what I don't want to do, oh, let's get this wire, is it interfere. So let's see what we got going on. Let's just make sure. Okay, no interference whatsoever. Oh, oh. Other than this wire in the way. Okay, alright. And my star looking incredibly crooked, but that's okay. Alright. Okay, so that seems to work. So that's what they were talking about screwdriver for. Next we are going to be putting this on. A bit of cardboard here. It's going to go where the... So you've got a few tabs around here, one there. This will help hold everything in, and one around the other side. So you just got the 2 tabs, I believe. And then, okay, yeah, you've got the 2 tabs for the moment. So, and also a slot right down in there. You can see that better than I could. Facing me then. There we go, I think. It's a little tricky. Almost makes you think it would be better to take off these pieces that we've put in here in order to put them in the cardboard first, really. I think as this is so loose anyway, that's what I'm going to do, at least with one side, at least with this side. So I'm just going to pop it through here, which was really easy to do. That fuss. I mean, that easy to do that it falls out. Okay, let's get that in the slots. Down there. You can go back on. So if I've seen any other videos doing this, it would have made this look really easy. But that is not the way we want it to roll. Okay, there's 2 clips on the end here as well, on the back here to put it through. 2 at the bottom, 1 at the top. And then let's get this one in. So, and there's some tabs here, there's one there and one here, to put that through on this side. Like so. And then if everything is matching, which it should be, slot in there, like so. Go with these tabs, put this bottom one in. This really wants to come out. Okay, so with a little bit of finagling, I had to push these sides down, both on both sides, and it did then make a click and push against these little ones. Remember those little loose ones? I actually pushed against them and they did click into place, so maybe that was what the problem was. Okay, moving on. We will move on to putting a top onto it. So we start with the big piece, I believe. Nope, we start with a small piece. We start with let's just say no, that's okay. D30, this one, and we start with putting in 2 D29s from the bottom through here, which is going to go through the small ones, like so. No. Okay. certain it's this one. Going to go in here all the way through, and then a 29, which looks the same shape by the way as the others, goes through this one, which is just going to go straight through, so it doesn't. And they've called it D29, but I actually think it's got to be another 28, I would think. Because it's going to be too big for the other ones. Unless that one's the 29, because that is a smaller piece, and that goes all the way in. Maybe that's where I was. Still incredibly loose. And then you've got two D11s going on top here. I mean, this one makes sense. Maybe they mean two D28s. Maybe those are J for starters. Okay. There we go. Alright, ignore those. Okay, so this one you want to push in. It's still quite loose. And there is an arrow on here to point in. Well, one's that way and one's that way. Okay, where are the arrows when it goes on? Okay, so I think these two are meant to go on this one and this one, I think. So it's got like a cushion, maybe? These really just want to fall out. I don't know, guys. Got myself very confused again. Not the first time, is it? I don't suppose it'll be the last. I'll leave it with me. Okay, so I think these two, which are very loose, just kind of sit there. And what we're relying on is that these others underneath to catch on here, like so, and they're just sitting there. Basically, we will see. That's what I think it needs, is just 1, 2, 3 catches from the long things that are on here. Okay. Not the easiest, was it, really? And then we are going to put in the 29s into each of the corners here. So going from the bottom up. So with the red showing, I'm thinking. It's a bit dangerous me keep thinking like this. Oh, this goes over. So this is again going to catch now onto these two. With this hole here facing this way, away from the chute. 3 of these, 4 of these even, go through the bottom here. A little bit on the sketchy side for me. They need to be really detailed here. And I would imagine with the red side showing upwards. Should have rubbed these down really. And then this is going to go over here. And I'm assuming we want these leaning on the brown pieces. So, something like so. Let's see if I can get those lined up. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Right. Carrying on 15. We knew 15 was going to be a big step, didn't we? I didn't think it was quite be as big as it has been. So next we are going to deal with the star. So we have a F-37, which is one of these. So didn't need that in there anyway. One of these little ones. And that goes in one side. Put it through our star all the way through. Through you go. Meet up with the other one, just make sure your decorative side matches and that they match as well. Okay. I would have thought it would have been yellow. Just go in there. Right. I got a metallic brush. Just gonna go over these as is the tree. Alright, I took this piece off because these pieces which go into here, you want to make sure this flat side is the part going to go in there, and then this will have a top piece showing, which I did not have it like that. So let's get that back in there. It's lined up. Didn't notice that until I looked at the next part. Okay. Okay, so you can see we've got a tab now. The next, where was on my pages? I've turned back. Okay. Next we have these two pieces which do form quite a nice interlocking part, by the way. So we are now going to put those on here. And I guess that was to keep our star from moving as much, which it's coming out so. Okay, let's try that again. Did not expect it to come out. It's quite a lot of pressure to put on it when you think of how many layers are underneath. I don't like it. So I mean, it's like really, really wobbly. 11s, these little pieces. Going to go round from here. Just topping it off there. A little bit of green to that, or a chipped coming off. Actually not liking this part really, it doesn't feel okay, it just doesn't feel okay. And it's not meant to be pushed all the way down from what I can tell. And then it says to test. Okay. So before we carry on, so we can do that. We can give it a test. We kind of did, didn't we, earlier, prematurely. Okay. The star is going round. Oh yeah. What did you catch? Oh, that's not good. It's because I moved it or something. Right, let me sort out what's gone wrong. Alright, all fixed. So, what had happened, and you'll never get this, so I'm sure, but what had happened is that part on here that I'd put on and I said it had broken, but I think it'd be okay, it wasn't okay. So what it had done was it had broken off, followed this conveyor belt round and fallen into the bottom of the tree, got stuck in between the cogs, so I had to disassemble everything in order to find it. Anyway, we are working, so we are fine. So next we are carrying on with step 15. As I said, it's quite a big step, but I have a feeling I have not done something, it seems, because I have these pieces. Okay, I have this piece, which I don't know where it's meant to go. Let me see if I can find it, but I wanted to get back to you and let you know that I'd found that, and I don't see that I meant to put that piece in either, so that's okay. Alright, we will ignore that I've got this. You can go over there. Then we have this. A few pins in here in case I need right now. These are the go-to colours. And we have a nice big piece which is going to go. Where, oh, where art thou going? It's going to go towards the back here. Oh, I see. It's going to go on here with the smaller end going in here. So it's going to go on here. And it clips onto this piece, and that doesn't make any sense, does it? Alright, maybe not, hold on. Okay, it is going on this piece and this piece up here. Like so. Alrighty then. Okay. If you say so, and it did. And then we are going to, with the need of our tool if necessary, okay, so on the back then, we are taking our two lights that we have, putting them through that slot, this slot, well, I don't know if it needs to go through that slot, but what it does need to do is have this piece to go in the back of here to hold it in spots. use a tool if needed. Should overly need a tool for this. Okay. And then take them around the back here, and it should have a bulb here in the middle, back here, which mine does not. That's tricky. Okay, I pulled it a bit tighter, and I did manage to get it here. Then you're going to take both of these wires, and you are going to put another catch with them on either side through the other side of here. So, like so, like so. So they point upwards. Okay. Okay, alright. I lie. So take that out again. So we want the strip light, this one, to do that, but not the other one. Let's see if I can get you out. So we want the strip light doing that. So this one's going to go in there, like so. So one with the LED plate thing, so that's going to go in there. Whereas this light is going to go with the bulb in the middle, roughly. It's not 100% in the middle. Then wrap it around the front, which has another bulb right here. Oh, this is very confusing. Okay, basically loop it back over so it's got a bulb right here, and there's one in between there as well. It should be more central than mine. I might have pulled it too tight, and that's why. Should one be in the middle of both? No. So just in the middle of the back one, like so. So that one goes forward. This one remains like up there. And then that's pinched in, which we've done. And then it says bend 4 centimeters of string, of the string lights, from this point, so 4 centimeters, there's a little ruler on here, to here, and bend it, it says, as a marker. Okay, done. Done, my friend. Don't know why, but anyway, that's what it says to do. So you need a 4 centimeter bend on here. No idea. No clue whatsoever. Okay, I have done what they've said. And then, still on 15, I thought it was done. Okay, more to do with wiring. So we then take, what piece? New piece. And this is more on the whole wiring. And you want to take this one. And we are going to thread through this way up to that 4 centimeter bend, which is right on the light bulb, and then back through the other hole, and it should have a bulb in between, so it is right. So like so, and then take the string Okay. Wee. Okay, other way around. Right, let's get that back out then. So you want to be going in from the back on the other hole, not this one. We will be testing this afterwards, playing around with the lights like this. So it goes through on this hole, then on this one, all the way up to the area what we just were at. And then back through. With the bulb in the middle, which it is. Okay. And then I think back through again. No, then go down the back. Yep, then go back through this one. So it ties it in place. Go over here into the bottom one. Okay. So I have a bead in the middle as well. And then out through this other hole. I think. And that looks right for what they're saying. Other than me having a little bit more wire down the bottom. Like this one, the bulb should be about another bulb width out, basically. So let's see what I can do on that. I think this is what it's saying. Like I say, not 100% sure. Okay. Huh. But then it also wants a bead here. Okay, I guess go through here again then. Because it wants a bead to be positioned in the middle of this bottom one as well. So maybe something like so. And then in through here again. Okay. So you've got bulb at the top, bulb at the bottom. I also have one in between. Doesn't say about that one, does it? And then we take it's a wee bit confusing, guys. It is giving me an order. Okay, 1, 2, 3, so that was right. Down to there. And 1, 2. Then 1, 2. Okay, right. Looks like that's how they want it. Then we take G21, which is this piece, and we are going to put in L18. Oh, which one are you? You the Santa or the elf? Which one are you, mate? Ooh, can't tell. One's at the bottom, one's at the top. I think it's this one's at the top. and then this one will go in that one. So then this piece goes opposite way, like so. Like so. Into, oh my days, I had it right. In that one. Then in this one. And this is all very floaty right now. In that slot there. Okay. Then we had to take this piece that way around with this guy on here. Okay, well, definitely had the right piece then. Oh, Santa. Oh no, it's an elf carrying a parcel. And this one goes in okay, the wire's going to go through here. And it's going to go into the bottom. Like so. Okay. Very floaty. And the wire comes out the bottom, like so, which it does. I'm going to take this piece and it's going to tie up this one. This is okay. This does not match at all, so bear with me. Okay, with a decorative side on the inside, but most of it going towards the top. You shouldn't be anywhere near your wires, so you shouldn't be worrying about catching them or anything. And then it floats like so. And we're going to deal with that now. Now this part goes through this one here, here, that one there, and I believe this one. Okay, with this, this and this. Doesn't seem right, but let's give it a go. Okay, yeah, that's good. Not that, okay. Right. That's the way that's looking. Oh, more to do with the wires. Okay, this wire is then going to go through this hole down here. Might have been easier to have done that first. Where you can make it. There we go. Just let that go through here. what they got coming from him. And it's just showing that it's got a wire here, which we are aware of, and that should be clipped into there anyway. Okay, right, and then one more piece, which is a G20, which, did I even pull? Does not look like it. Let me go grab that. Oh, hold on, there's a pot up here with one piece in it. There we go. And that goes in to hold this wire in place on the side. And it's going over here, these two, and pointing downwards, like so. Well, let's get the lighting going downwards, shall we? Let's also have that towards me. Alright, and that is step 15, and I think we will call it at that because we've gone over the hour. And I pulled extra pieces, 2 off, which I didn't need. No idea what I'm meant to be doing with them. Guess I just pulled them accidentally, and this is where we are. So that's how we're looking. So we've got a few things going on the back here too, which is kind of cool. We've got a little girl that's still hidden. Going to be dealing with that at some point. And we now have 2 gnomey looking ones, and we'll find out if I need to turn that one around or not. Makes me think I should, being that the other one's facing kind of this way, but maybe I need to, but I'll leave it for the moment and we'll see what we need to do. Alright, so like I said, that's the end of step 15. So for 16 we're going to be working on here. Let's get this going. Make sure that with all the up and down it's all working okay. Let's get this wire just out the way for the moment. Don't want to risk it. Okay, let's music off. There's some bright lights going on that side now, isn't it? You'll see what's going to happen. You're going to have the light thing itself going up here, I think. That's what would be my guess. Anyway, that now works fine, and the tree's going around great colours. So it's actually looking pretty impressive, isn't it, really? Okay, so that's where all that is. What will we be doing? So we will be building, I want to say on this side, we're certainly going to be doing something over here. So I think we're going to be enclosing the back here. And maybe we are going to work on, going to be putting a chimney in. That's pretty cool. And so I want to say we are going to definitely be working all on this side, on different elements. I don't know that it's going to be enough to sort out a little door with our girl here or not yet, but it is all to do with that sort of area. So we will see. Anyway, any comments are very much appreciated. Do please like and subscribe. I do appreciate everyone, and I'll always get back to your comments. Doing this all in the wrong order, it's because I'm looking about what I'm doing next rather than just concentrating on what I've done. Biggest thing though, guys, take care of you. That is the most important. Take care, guys. Bye bye.